I'm sorry we're starting a little bit late today. Had some stuff around the house to take care of, but we're going to get right into it now. And also, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. If you're single, happy Candy on Discount Day. I swear tomorrow chocolate is going to be so cheap, it's going to be amazing. So, I hope you're all doing okay today. I'm gonna see where we left off. I think that was our last save game, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Yes. So we were at the Scalding Galore, we met Samael, and I think he sent us to defeat Tiamat. So that's what we're gonna take care of today. I'm not sure if we will manage to get all the way to Tiamat. We'll try, but I can't promise because it's still quite a way to get to her. But we'll just see how far we can get. Alright, here we go. Now, there is one more thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to go to options and I wanted to see... Just gonna take this video down a little bit in volume because that's just gonna be super loud. Okay, let's get going. Ow. Okay, I walked right into this. Oh. Alright, there we go. Oh, I get at least some of our health back. At least a little bit. Alright, there we go again. Ah, these guys, yeah. Let's take care of these first so that they don't annoy us when we jump over to the chest. Alright, there we go. Did I actually buy the whirlwind move? I did. Awesome. That's exactly what we're gonna need for a lot of times. So, these weird fancy looking portals over there, these are Voidwalker portals. Except in this game they are gold and orange and not blue like in Darksiders 2. We're going to get the Voidwalker way late in the game, like literally in the last dungeon. It's almost pathetic how late in game you get it because you can do practically nothing with it at that point. It would be so much more useful if you could get it earlier, so you could get some of the upgrades earlier, but oh well. Huh? Yeah, perfect. That's exactly where I wanted them to go. Alright, so here we are in the Choking Grounds. Going to meet a bunch of new enemies here, and actually first thing I'm going to do is activate this Vulgrim checkpoint. I'm not going to sell anything to him yet because we have very few souls.
Has returned.
Now, these are Duskwings, because we are headed for Tiamat, the Queen of the Bats. Fun fact, these guys lay eggs. Good luck figuring out how that works, physiology-wise. Oh, god damn it, leave me alone, you stupid wicked. Alright. And here we got another soldier artifact given to the Legions of Hell as reward for carnage in the end days. There's also going to be Legion General artifacts and Legion Champion artifacts, which we're also going to get to collect eventually. But for now we're just gonna have to make do with the small ones. As for the question from the chat about am I going to upgrade the videos to 1080p, considering that my internet connection is pretty shite and that uploading videos in 1080p to YouTube takes forever, the answer for that is going to be no. Like, if you're expecting a professional quality 1080p 60 FPS what have you stream, that's not me. I'm sorry, but we're not doing that. Come here. Let me squish you. Now the reason why I'm destroying the stones, the gravestones like the one I had just now, the ones that kind of are shaped like a cross and not all the other ones, is because you do actually get a special chest when you destroy all the cross-shaped ones, so I want to collect that. We're gonna leave that health chest alone because we're gonna need it later, most likely. Oh, ow! Alright, there we go. I want to clear out all the enemies here right now because they're just going to get in our way later. Because we will have to spend quite a bit of time in this area, unfortunately. Let's take care of this guy before he sneaks up on us from the back. Alright, so this down there is where we're actually supposed to be going, the gate. We're not going to activate it just yet. We still have a bunch of stuff to do here. And this area we'll have to come back to several times. Or at least twice if you're waiting to get everything until you have all the items. Then you're pretty much waiting until just before the final boss. But that's how I usually like to do it, because I have no patience for going through this area 4 or 5 times whenever I get a new gadget. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. I guess I already powered myself out on that little video surprise I had for you guys on Tumblr this morning. Alright. Let's go. Nope. Man, always trust the camera in this game to lock onto the wrong enemy. I swear to God. Give me that wrath shard. Thank you. Alright, and that's all we can do for now. Theoretically, we could come back here right after Tiamat, but then we could only go up 1 level and we would still need more items to go higher, so we're just gonna come back in the end when we have everything. As for the question from the chat, how does War Mastered differ from the regular version? Not by much really, because Darksiders 1 didn't really have any DLCs except for the Harvester Scythe, Death Scythe, which I think was a pre-order bonus. So if you are playing War Mastered, you can buy the Harvester Scythe from Vulgrim. And of course, graphics and such are updated a little bit to make it run smoothly and look nicely on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One rather than X360 and PlayStation 3. But aside from that, there's not that much of a difference. In contrast to Darksiders 2, where there's a massive difference between the base version and the normal version. Also, if you are playing these versions on Steam, Darksiders 1, each version has its own set of issues and they are all pretty horrible. So I genuinely cannot recommend playing them on Steam, at least not if you're using a controller. Just don't. As for the request to add subtitles to my videos, I think I might be able to do it at some point if I find the time for it. I don't know, I haven't really looked into how exactly that would work on YouTube to add subtitles to my YouTube videos. So I would have to investigate that. We'll probably do it once I'm actually done streaming. Because this is the last game, so we are actually slowly approaching the end of these lore streams. And in case anyone has just joined recently and wonders why I'm saying this is the last game, even though it's Darksiders 1, chronologically this is the last game, and I'm going through them in chronological order, so this is the last one. In terms of in-game chronology. And now I've kind of lost the thread of where I was already going and where I have not been. Was I already over there? I swear I have no sense of direction, seriously. If you ever want to get rid of me, just drop me in an unfamiliar city where I don't know the language or the script, and then just don't give me a map and just let me despair. Alright. Oh god, how many more of these skeletons are there? Jesus. I know we're in a graveyard, but this is a little excessive. And as for further question from the chat, I am playing on normal. I know there's a chest in one of those side areas, just don't ask me which one. And I would say this game on normal is okay for the most part if you know what you're doing. The Black Throne, that's the area where the game will just kick your ass no matter what difficulty, and where I'd really recommend, like, unless you trust your abilities, don't go there in Apocalyptic. Like, it's just such a pain. I have done it before. I have done a playthrough on Apocalyptic without the Abyssal Armor, and it is pain. Do not recommend. Okay, I thought there was still one more chest somewhere over here. Oh well, we'll get it later. Okay. Now, there is a hidden little area down here if you pull aside the sarcophagus. And we cannot meet him right now, but later in the game we'll be able to meet Wicked K down here. So if we come back to this, I think after we defeat Tiamat, we will be able to fight him. There are 4 spots in the game where you can fight him, except unlike the other games, the game does not give you any explanation as to what he is. You just see like this Wicked, like the normal Wicked except with a hat, who talks to you, who fights you, and then he disappears, and you are none the wiser as to what he actually is. For those of you who are wondering, Wicked K was put into the game as a little joke from the side of the developers because they had some British staff among their team, and from an American perspective, I guess British English is a very funny way of talking, so they kind of made a British talking skeleton and named him Wicked K, and so that's the little mythology gag in all of these games. Okay, let's see what we can sell and what we can get. I haven't bought Weapon Master yet.
You are as wise as you are powerful.
No! This is the one I want to get, Stone Skin. This will save your bacon in quite a lot of fights because it will literally make you take half the damage. So that's the one we're going to work to next. And the reason I got Blade Master right now is because it increases your weapon damage. So we're going to equip that right away. And it gives our sword a neat little glow. Okay, now we can actually go where we're supposed to be going and advance the story.
Come for the Destroyer.
My brother spoke of your coming, but a powerful curse holds me now. I cannot help you.
Any curse can be broken.
Yes, perhaps. These servants of the Destroyer walk unseen within the realm of shadow. By their blood we are bound. By their blood shall we be free.
I can no longer move within the Shadow Realm. Much of my power has left me.
You need not enter it. I will grant you the power to see into the accursed realm for a time. But to what end? What hope have we now against the Destroyer's foul sorcery?
Hope will not bring you freedom.
Okay.
Find where these shadow lurkers hide and kill them all. They can't be that hard to find.
Yeah, they are not hard to find. Yeah, so this is basically... We're going to get two scenarios like this, where the game is going to make us go through 4 tests of strength. And these basically serve to introduce you to the more unfamiliar battle mechanics. So this is basically just the game being like, hey, here are these cool things you can do. Now, lore-wise, the Wardens are those constructs that we see, the Tormented Gates, they are called in this game. They are actually Wardens from the makers, so constructs made by the makers that have enough of a maker's soul within them to be able to speak and to be able to move and be somewhat independent. And they were called to Earth as the Maker's Toll in the End War, as explained by Ida.
No
Shut up, Watcher, I don't care about you right now. And basically what happened, that these were enslaved by the Destroyer. They are actually fighting on the side of good, but thanks to the destroyer, they are now basically just dormant and blocking strategic paths. What I find very interesting about this conversation we just had was that War said much of his power had left him, and that because of that he could no longer move in the Shadow Realm. So that implies that the power to move freely through the Shadow Realm is something that the Council would have bestowed upon the Horsemen, and something that they would have been running around with all the time basically, except now War no longer has that power. And later we will get an item that will let us basically enter the Shadow Realm as long as we wear that item, the Mask of Shadows, which is probably my least favorite item because it makes the screen look all weird and screwy and I don't like it. Also, you don't have enough item slots to equip that and all the other items you need for traversal, so you need to constantly switch item slots in the menu. It's complete hassle. But that's still a long way off, like that's literally the last area in the game where we're gonna get that. So, thankfully we won't have to deal with it for very long. Ow. I don't actually want to deal with this guy. These guys are quicker to defeat and I only need to defeat 40, so... Go. One more will do it, and then we're done. And yeah, as explained in Darksiders 2, when the warden that we awoke in the Lost Temple pointed out that he
I always knew you had it in you.
feel many of his brothers, but that only one still answered the call. Oran, the wardens can feel each other's presence, but when they are forced into this dormant stone form, they cannot answer. So that's why the warden in Darksiders 2, he could feel that his brothers were out there somewhere, but because they were enslaved by the destroyer, they could not communicate with him. So now that we're freeing these guys, at least the wardens in the Forge Lands will be able to talk to their brothers again, which is nice. We still have enough health, so we're still gonna leave that chest alone. And we're just gonna continue to the other trials. Some of these are more annoying than others. The first 4 are not too bad, but in the second set of 4, there's some truly annoying ones. Oh yeah, this is one of the annoying ones. So here you will basically gradually lose health, and in the beginning you will be able to make up for that by just executing these guys, but eventually you will get to the point where you will lose quite a bit of health with enemies that don't give you health lurchers when you kill them. Also, it doesn't help that just in this challenge, nobody actually tries to attack you. Everybody just tries to get away from you. Which, I mean, good on these monsters for finally showing some common sense, but bad for us, because we're gonna have to zoom all over the place to get our kills in. Oh, come here. Okay, I think now we're gonna have to go and actually start slaughtering these guys. And Why is he not performing Whirlwind? I know we bought it. And I know I'm doing the right combination for it. The hell? There we go. So as you can see, we are losing quite a bit of health, and in Apocalyptic that would be even worse. In Apocalyptic we'd be losing health so much faster. And the main reason why I'm using Whirlwind here is, one, it's very effective at keeping other enemies off of your back, and two, you're doing a little bit of chip damage when you hit the other enemies, so that will automatically get you a little bit closer to executing them. Very useful move in crowd situations. Oh no, not one of these guys. No, 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 no. Fucking Golem. Okay, I'm gonna take you out because otherwise you're just gonna be so much trouble. I really don't want to because I only have to kill 50 guys and this guy has a lot of health. But he can take off so much of our health points if we don't deal with him. Do not want. Alright, there we go. Oh look, we actually made it out with almost full health. Nice.
Now that was entertaining! Can we do it again?
No. We are not gonna do that again. And if you suggest that again, I will lock you up in here with those guys and you can figure it out yourself, Watcher. So technically I don't need all those chests, I'm just a completionist. And I actually just missed the raft chest there. Now I'm sad. Oh well. It's not like we used any RAF. It's not like we really have much RAF either, we only have 2 bars. That's ridiculous. Alright, what do we have here? Ah, this one. If you are trying to go for all the achievements and trophies, this is the easiest place for getting the trophy for killing 5 flyers without touching the ground. So, try to get it here because there's only 2 other places in the game where you can get it and both are pretty horrible. And 5. I already got all the trophies on this account, so it's not gonna pop, but this really is the easiest way to do it. Because I think you get 8 of them right at the start. Oh, ouch. Well, I'm not gonna say no to an instant kill. Thank you very much. Oh. Oh, two of them, nice. Let's go. Oh, another golem. Fuck off. I don't want to deal with you. You overpowered bastard. Seriously, this guy does so much damage when he hits you. Fine. Ow. Oh, ow, 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 ow. That hurt. No! No, I'm not doing a second one. No. No, fuck off. Once was enough. Seriously. Oh, that. Let's go. Alright, there we go.
Excellent.
Oh, but we should be able to buy stone skin after this, which is nice. Alright, what's next? Ugh, I hate this one. Okay. This one is mostly just trial and error for me, because just trying to hit them the right amount of times that they will actually die while in the air is just such a pain. So this could take me a little bit longer. Ah, fuck. Come here. Thank you. Ah, shit. There we go. Oh, that was actually not all that bad tonight.
I always knew you had it in you.
I'd say the most annoying one of these arenas... Oh, block counter. Block counter we're mostly not going to use except for a few enemies where it's really, really useful. Especially in Silithos Loom, there's going to be 4 enemies where it's really, really useful. The most annoying one of these trials for me probably is the one where you have to get, I think, 50 or 30 environmental kills
That must be the last of them. Let's get out of here.
Complete and utter pain.
Ancestors praise you.
Well, 2 gates down, 1 to go. How are we doing in terms of time? Not too bad. So yeah, this increases damage with environmental attacks. We do not yet have a scythe to attach it to. We're gonna buy that from Volgrim soon enough, actually. But yeah, that's gonna be the next thing we're going to equip, and that's gonna be really useful for one of those challenges that we'll get to later. Alright, oh, yeah, there's a chest. I was like, in one of those tunnels there's also another chest hidden somewhere. There we go. Now that blue crystal down there, we're gonna have to come back for that earliest after the Griever, but since we're gonna do all the collecting stuff at the very end of the game, we're just gonna come back for it then. Oh, where are you? There you are, you stupid bat. Oh look, we have a bunch of door stops. Neat. Just do me a favor and die, all of you demons, so I can move on with the story. Thank you. Perfect. That was quicker than I thought. Okay, just gonna get all of these guys out of the way. And the stupid Dusklings too, because they're just gonna annoy us. Ah, 1 left. Okay. Now let me see if I remember this correctly. There should be somewhere around here. There should be a chest. Or, no, an artifact. Okay. Oh yeah, the chests were near Volgrim. And then Volgrim is over here, and please tell me that I'm not the only one who completely missed this on her first playthrough. Like, the first time I played this, I legit just did not see this entire area. Souls. and a healthstone chest. So we should be getting one additional one additional health bar before we get to Tiamat, and there's a good chance we're actually gonna need it. Alright. So let's see, we have not yet bought any of the scythes. I'm not gonna save up for Harvester because that thing is 5 times as expensive as the normal one. But this is Harvester, Dev's legendary scythe. Harvester reaps more souls than the normal scythe, and you can see it's following the conceptual design of Dev's scythe, which means it looks like a bit like a wing. In Darksiders 2, when you actually summon the Reaper form, the scythe actually looks different. So we don't know for sure whether that's what Harvester actually is supposed to look like, because when we see it in Darksiders 2, it actually looks different, and technically Darksiders 2 is where, you know, it's supposed to, you would think that that's what it's supposed to look like. That said, in the novel it's explained that the Harvester can change appearance according to Dev's wishes, so it's entirely possible that this scythe can look like whatever it wants to look. Anyway, we're going to go with the normal one.
Got something new for you.
We are not going to buy any of those moves because we're not ever going to use the scythe. We are just going to use it to have another enhancement slot. And we're going to buy
too hard a bargain, friend.
So yeah, War's Flesh hardens, reducing enemy damage and increasing the effectiveness of War's attacks. I love this skill, especially in this game, because some of the enemies hit ridiculously hard, and this just makes your life so much easier. It also works slightly differently than the normal Wrath abilities, because you will literally start running out of Wrath as you use it. So how long you can stay in Stone Skin depends entirely on how many Wrath bars you have. And on how long you actually, and how many Wrath bars you use, conversely depends on how long you stay in Stone Skin. So if you only activate it for a few seconds, you're not going to lose much of your Wrath bar. But if you use it for an entire fight, you're going to burn through all of your Wrath bars. Alright, now you can already see the glow of a health chest over there. We are going to leave that one alone, because we are going to fight a trauma demon not too soon, and that one is probably going to take at least like a quarter of our health. So, we're going to come back for that. Gonna get all of these guys out of the way first. So this is a trauma demon. In terms of physical size, probably the strongest thing in Hell's Legions. Thankfully these guys can't use any actual weapons, like they can't use any of the fracture cannons or anything like that, so they are not usually dangerous at long distance, except this one can chuck cars at us. Come on, throw it already. There you go. Yeah, and no matter how much I try to dodge this guy, he always hits me. Like, legit, I do not have the timing for dodging this guy down. Which is why I'm saying I'm saving the health chest, because I know I'm gonna get hit here at least once or twice. As for the question from the chat about, oh, these guys are demons, thought you were abyss monsters. The creatures from the abyss are basically only the chosen. Those are the only creatures we know for sure are from the abyss, with the exception of Straga, who appears to be like just a normal, quote-unquote normal demon. There's not really that much normal about him, but he is a demon, apparently. As for whether traumas are actual demons or just other creatures of hell, so to speak, because hell and the abyss are two separate things. That depends entirely on who you ask. In the game, everybody refers to the Legion soldiers, the Phantom Guard, the trauma demons as demons, but according to one of the devs on Discord, only like demons who can actually talk to you, like Samael and Volgrim, are actual demons, which just is very confusing and brings up so many questions. And for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to go with what the game says, and the game says all of these guys are demons, except for the chosen. And of course, the wicked here are essentially undead humans raised by the Destroyer's armies. So there's that. That's the thing with these games. Like, I was so not surprised when I found out that these games were conceived by a group of artists that also included comic book writers, because this is some true comic book shenanigans. The timeline and the lore of these games is just like, oh yeah, that does sound like comic book shenanigans, with a timeline that has some head-spinning inconsistencies and a lore that is whatever the latest writer wants it to be. And to go to pick up question from the chat, the abyss is the center of the universe, which in current science is speculated to be a supermassive black hole. So but in the Darksiders universe, the abyss is basically the center of the universe that all the other worlds swirl around, and if they get too close to the abyss, they get destroyed. And the abyss, the chosen from the abyss, the creator turned away from them. Like most things in this universe, in the Darksiders universe, were actually made by the creator. The makers, the Crowfather, all the other old ones, the angels, the demons, are all made by the creator, except for the creatures of the abyss. Those are not actually from the creator, and that's what makes them creatures of blasphemy, because they are literally just abominations that spawned from the void at the center of the universe. Anyway, we are about to meet one of my favorite characters, and probably my very favorite character in Darksiders 1. So looking forward to seeing her again. Unfortunately, it's going to be followed up by my least favorite area.
Some demon trick.
I know what I saw.
He's right.
Uriel.
It's there, beneath the stench of this place. You can sense it, ancient. Neither the White City nor the Black Depths. Something lost between.
horseman approaches.
And there she is, Uriel. I love her. But this section is so atrocious. Oh my god, I want to know what dev came up with this, seriously. It is a lot easier if you're using mouse and keyboard, because that just makes aiming a lot easier. But if you're using a controller, this section is so much pain. And there is an achievement here for killing 160 creatures. Doesn't have to be angels, just 160 creatures. While you are riding this angelic beast. We are very definitely not going to get that. We're not even going to try. We are just going to try to survive.
Bring him to justice.
Because this section... Heaven's sake. Seriously. And yes, how did Uriel not see war? Like, right next to that wall? Did she fail a spot check or something? Or is 100 years of fighting demons just showing in exhaustion?
We will not yield.
Because yeah, it's been 100 years at this point, and she has not forgiven war for, quote-unquote, getting Abaddon killed. It wasn't our fault, of course. Abaddon, the idiot, just didn't pay attention. But, yeah, she's still angry. She's the definition of an angry bird. And, she will fight us twice later. Anyway, this section is probably the most annoying section in the game. Even more annoying than the gun section in the Ashlands, and that's saying something.
Bring him down.
And I will say this, it is a lot easier on PC with keyboard and mouse, unless you are playing, I think it was the original version, in which playing keyboard and mouse in full screen crashes the game. So, fun times either way. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, fuck these guys. So also, if you guys have any questions for me in the chat, you gotta wait with them until I'm done with this section, because I can't do this and look at the chat at the same time. I'm sorry, but I will not be able to keep an eye on the chat for now. Can I get at least one of these guys? Yes. Oh my god, I swear aiming for these guys with controller is so difficult. Okay, fuck off. And yeah, these swarms are essential. If you're going for the trophy, you basically need to get all of these. Otherwise, you are not getting your 160 kills. Don't worry about fighting this guy yet, we can't hurt him yet. Ouch. We're actually doing pretty well so far. I haven't lost nearly as much health as I did the last time I played this section. think now we can actually get him, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Yes, there he is. So this is what happens to an angel if they spend too much time in hell and get corrupted by hell. They become this. Fun times. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna get these out of the way before I hurt myself. And I think we are nearly done with this cursed section, thankfully. Oh my god. This somehow manages to be both annoying and boring. I don't know how, but it does. Those are the two words that come to mind when I think of this section, annoying and boring. Ow. Are we there yet? Yes, we're there yet. Awesome. And that over there is Tiamat, the Queen of the Bats. Woohoo! Now this is another one of those
Tiamat, I
places.
assume? Guess she wasn't up for having visitors today.
This is one of those places where you can get your 5 bats at the same time trophy. But in order to do it, you really need to go and collect all of these guys. Like really get them all angry at you at the same time. Because there's 5 of them around here. Just don't ask me where the 5th one is hanging around right now. And then you can slaughter them here in front of the cathedral. I think right now we only have 4. Oh no, there we are. As for comment from the chat, it is never stated anywhere in the games that, or in any of the game's lore actually, that Samael was an angel before he became a demon. As a matter of fact, the Darksiders lore pretty much implies that those are separate things, that angels, like the angels can turn into fallen angels, and they can join Hell's armies, but they don't actually become like actual demons. The one who got the closest to that was Abaddon.
Take your time.
But for everything that we know,
You are as one.
Samael is a demon, was always a demon, will always be a demon. And was not an angel in the first place. Alright, now I think this over here we can only access once we have the Tremor Gauntlet. We don't need health right now. And this over there we can only get to once we have the Abyssal Chain, and that will lead us to another Soul Chest and another encounter with Wicked K. But for now we're gonna take care of this totally not suspicious looking cathedral. I mean, I like Gothic architecture as much as the next person, but seriously? What were they thinking when they built this cathedral? What kind of religion did they worship here? Like, I really want to know.
Over here!
And here we've got those swords again. The same ones we have in Darksiders 3. And the same angel statues. There's lots of art assets here that were not exactly recycled. The devs confirmed that for Darksiders 3 they did not actually use any of the original art assets, but a lot of stuff that was made to look pretty much exactly the same. And kudos to our angelic beast, he's holding his own pretty well. Like, he's fighting one of the chosen, he's fighting a creature from the abyss and he's kicking ass. Like, good on you, angelic beast. Oh. Back. Come here. That's a pretty sturdy statue right next to us. Already took a whole bunch of hits and it's still standing. Alright, there we go. As for the discussion that's currently going on in the chat about what exactly does it mean when Belial says Samael and Lilith coddle the horseman. Basically, Samael has been incredibly helpful to the horsemen before, in his own way. It usually screws us over in the end, but he helped them unravel Lucifer's plot, which Belial was a part of, so it stands to reason that he holds some resentment because of that. And just in general, Samael and Lilith do not treat the horsemen with the same immediate suspicion, rage, and just all-out dislike that the other demons do. Which doesn't mean that Samael is actually nice to us. He lies to us all the time, he makes us do his dirty work, and then he acts all high and mighty when confronted about it. So, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not a Samael fan. I really don't get what people see in him. I'm gonna leave that health chest alone because we're still relatively good on health. And we might need it later. Here we go. I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think this is an abyssal armor piece. Oh no, life essence. Okay. I'll take it. Oh. Whoops, I just lost my sound there for a minute. Gonna grab that map, thank you very much. Boing. The hilarious part is the item over there is the Horde Seeker, which shows us where all the chests are, but we don't actually have much reason to come back here after we get the thing that we actually need in order to activate this bomb, so the Horde Seeker is probably the last thing we're gonna get. Like, we're probably gonna get it after we have already gotten all the chests, which is hilarious. At that point, it's pretty much useless. Alright, let's go. Oh wait, I forgot something. There it is. You can already see it up there. There's an artifact. And I hate the mechanic for jumping backwards in this game. Like, that's something they really did better in Darksiders 2. Because Darksiders 1 does not have a dedicated button command for just leaning backwards and jumping backwards. Also, I'm wondering, did I actually equip my enhancement after I got the scythe? I don't think I did. No, I did not. Oops. There we go. Let's put that in right now. The Beholder's Key. They're not even trying to hide that they are ripping off Dungeons and Dragons. It's a giant door with like a giant eyeball in it. Let's call it the Beholder's Key. Oh shit, nearly walked into a lava pit. Ba-bum. Oh god, I'm not even going to comment on the conversation that's currently happening in chat. You guys are all insane. Alright. Yes, let's use the Beholder's Key to go through this Beholder's door that totally does not look like a Beholder from Dungeons and Dragons. What is copyright and can I eat it?
dares?
Oh, ow. Yeah, this guy can hit pretty hard sometimes.
How pitiful! Your soul is mine.
I sincerely doubt that. There we go. Much better.
Over here!
Yes, yes, I know, Watcher. Our angelic beast is still kicking. Good on him. Now we're gonna need one bomb over there, but we're not gonna pick up that chest yet because we're gonna need the health soon enough. And one over here.
Who dares?
Oh shit, we're still Fuck,
Your
we're actually
soul
using
is
that sword?
mine.
No! Oh, fuck me. No, I don't want to use that sword, I want to use Chaos Eater. God damn it. Okay, let's end this fight quickly. Ugh. Can I please just put that sword away now? Yes, thank you. Oh, we didn't even lose all that much health. Alright, now let's see, there's an artifact there. I don't think we can actually get over there just yet, so let's just get the artifact for now. And oh look, this is one of the big ones. So yeah, champion artifact. Represents the elite class of Legion artifacts. Only 6 of these icons were granted to the overlords that commanded Hell's legions. So I think there's one of those in every dungeon, and then there's two in the overworld, basically scattered around. We're gonna pick all of them up eventually, so no worries. As for the question that was just asked in the chat, might I refer you to the cursed post on my Tumblr page, where we went into all of that. Thank you guys. I mean, I didn't mention Tiamat in that post yet because, you know, we hadn't gotten to that yet in the game, but the same principle applies. Is there one left? Yes, there is one left. Okay. Alright, that was all of them. Perfect. Okay guys, I'm just trying to take a minute to catch up with the chat, but wow. Oh my god, not this area. Ugh. Okay. Alright, so here we have the crossblade. This one is similar to Fury's Salvation and to the Vorpal blade seen in Genesis. And fun fact, according to the Darksiders 1 art book, there were only 4 blades like this ever made. So basically, we only have one more of these to see in game, and then we have all 4 of the holy blades. But yeah, this is the one for this game. It functions exactly like the Vorpal blade in Darksiders Genesis. So, not much else left to say about it. It's very useful for taking down these bats though. If you charge up your shot, it will just take them out in one hit. Ow. Of course, sometimes if you just want the health, it's actually better to just, you know, go for the direct kill. Although that's gotta hurt. Like, that's gotta be hot. Let's be honest. Oh wow, that one actually went into the lava. Okay. Now, these guys, according to the art book, are called undead plague bearers, and they're a pain in the ass because unless you basically deactivate their poison with the blade, that is going to take so much of your health. Also, you do want to get away from those after you execute them because they're going to start spewing poison. So, in Darksiders 2, these guys were called abominations, by the way. Alright, since we're not coming back to this room, we might as well open this health chest right now. Oh, hi. More bats. Oh, wait. I need to hit the stupid crystal first. I always forget at least one thing in this room because there's just so many things you have to do in a very specific order. Alright. Alright, so this is the game helpfully telling us that we can actually blow stuff up with this crossblade. Alright, and this room. There is one health chest here that we're not going to pick up yet. We're going to wait with that until we come back from a later area because we are going to need the health later. But yeah, guess how many swords we have to pick up? 3. Because it's always 3. Didn't you guys miss the number 3? I missed the number 3. We had so many number 3s in Darksiders 2. I was waiting for us to get a number 3 in Darksiders 1. And yes, somewhere Fury is screaming in rage and she does not know why. Oh, wait, I can't actually use that yet. Yeah, I'm an idiot. La 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 la, here we go with the puzzles. Alright, can we actually put this one? Yeah. Okay. Hello? There you go. Oh, that was close. Alright, now I think we can use the stupid lever. No! Fuck, I was hoping I could just jump on there before it was going. I should just take my time. And now we might as well stay here because we're gonna have to go over there anyway. I'm gonna say this puzzle section is not the worst. None of the puzzles in the Twilight Cathedral are very bad. But Blackstone, what the fuck? Not Blackstone, the Black Throne. What the fuck? Who came up with that one? I wanna have words. That was just painful and excessive and no longer fun. Okay, let's hope that actually worked. Yes, it did. Awesome. I guess none of these guys are close enough for me to hit them, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ow! You stupid bat! Get lost! There goes my dream of just running over there. Blackthrone was a test of determination. No, chat. Blackthrone was not a test of determination. Blackthrone was a test of how to Google a walkthrough. That's what that place was. And as for the other question from the chat, who is my favorite character? Favorite horseman would be Strife. Favorite character overall, probably be Uriel. And other people on that list include Muria and Lilith, which I know, very eclectic collection there. But, yeah. If I had to pick a favorite, like an overall favorite, it would probably be either Uriel or Lilith. And Lilith is the kind of person, I would hate her as an actual person, but I love her as a character, so... Alright, let's see. I think that door over there should be the next one. How are we doing in terms of time? 9:30. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. We're not gonna open that health chest down there just yet. Oh, this puzzle. This is probably my favorite of the cathedral puzzles. Whee! Man, good thing he has a metal arm because that would really hurt otherwise. Ah! Oh, wow! Wow! Hello, we were this close to taking a bath in lava. Wow. I think we actually dipped our feet into the fire there, literally. Wait a second, did I just forget to pick up... I think I just forgot to pick up a bomb. Oh well. Where is this gonna put us? Oh, the beginning. Awesome. Can I please execute these guys with a button? Thank you. Oh, ow. So I love the puzzle in this room, I hate the bats that come with it. This room would be so much better without these guys. And yeah, apparently I can't grab onto them when they're loading up their attacks, so... Crossblade it is then. Goodbye. Oh no, I did not yet miss the bomb. Awesome. Cool. Alright, now we're just gonna get ourselves a nice extra chest over there. There we go. Can I actually... Oh yes, I can actually hit these just with my sword. Nice. I prefer using the sword to using salvation anyway. Salvation, the crossblade. Alright. 2 down, 1 to go. Now, this room looks like you're going to get into a super big fight, but it's literally just these 3 skeleton dudes. That's literally all. It's actually very disappointing. Like, really? They couldn't have guarded this room just a little bit better? Alright, let's see. Do I already want that chest or do I not? No, I'm not gonna take it just yet. Gonna wait until the very end. As for the question from the chat, no, I have not yet faced the jailer. I will do that in just a minute. We're gonna get to that right now. Well, as soon as we're done with this puzzle, I should say. Oh shit, I didn't charge it up long enough. Ow. Right now, this room. I hate this room. Because, just because Darksiders 1 does not have a directional, like a jump backward thing like Darksiders 2 has. If it did, it would be a lot easier, but no. We cannot have nice things in this game. And yet, this is where we fight the jailer. Now, the jailer, according to the art book, is essentially stitched together out of 1,000 corpses, or out of several dozens of corpses. And even the demons are kind of unnerved by this thing and think that there is some deeper secret to this guy. In the Forbidden Lands board game that came with Darksiders Genesis, Nephilim Edition, there is a character who basically gets turned into a jailer. And he is super pissed off with the Horsemen because this guy was already dead. Then Death brought him back from the dead to, or brought his spirit back from the dead to have a chat with him about what exactly happened there. Because they basically, the Horsemen just arrived after the battle was already done, and Death was like, well, I can bring this guy back. And Death actually lied to him when he told him he would put his soul to peace after that. And War basically called him out on it. He was like, you do not have this power, right? And Death was like, nope. So essentially lied to the guy whose spirit he dragged back from Death, and that guy was then turned into the jailer. Obviously this is not the same guy, because the guy in the Forbidden Lands board game, you do actually fight him in the Forbidden Lands board game, and you do actually kill him, so this is a different kind of jailer. But that does make one wonder if the jailer himself can only be made from, like, spirits that could not rest, basically. And all of this lore that I talked about, because somebody's asking in the chat, is from the Forbidden Lands board game, from, I think it's the, not the manual, but the campaign book that came with the board game. And that you could only get, you could only get the actual board game itself if you bought the Nephilim edition of Darksiders Genesis, which is the $400 edition. And as much as I love these games, fuck that, I am not buying these collector's editions. But you can get the, oh shit, that was the wrong door. You can get the campaign book and the manual online. On Darksiders' official website, I think, somewhere in the media downloads, there's a link to downloading the PDF for both the manual and the I can't word anymore. The campaign books, sorry. And yes, the Nephilim edition was $400. There were two special editions for Darksiders Genesis, the Nephilim edition and the collector's edition. The collector's edition was essentially the game plus, I think, a statue of Strife. not entirely sure anymore. It was a statue of one of the characters, and Steelbook and the art book, I think. And then the Nephilim edition is basically all of that plus the board game. And the board game, because it's like it's an actual board game with like actual figurines and shit, so this stuff is expensive. A pretty high production cost, so I understand why that costs a lot more, especially because the fewer the quantities that you produce of it, the more it's going to cost. And obviously this is not like, I don't know, somebody name a popular board game. Like, this is not like a super popular board game that you just sell in a normal store where you can say like, oh, we're just gonna make 10,000 of these. It's a limited edition, and so basically you're producing a limited edition item, special order, and that's gonna be expensive, yes. But still, I am not going to shell out $400 ever for a game. I really don't. I don't have that kind of money. If I had that kind of money, I would not be sitting in an apartment at 15 degrees Celsius in the middle of the winter, freezing my ass off. So, we're not doing that. Anyway, the reason why I'm lighting all of these candles, all of these torches, is that there's a special chest that you can get here if you light all of the torches. And we can't light all of them at once, but I am going to try to light as many of them as possible. And as for comments from the chat, yes, the chat is going by so fast. Guys, if you have an actual question for me and I don't answer it within the first 5 minutes, please ask again, because at this point I cannot tell anymore. It probably just went under in the chat somewhere. I'm sorry. Alright. There we go, there's our extra chest. We're gonna pick that up on the way out because we're gonna have to come back that way anyway. But first we're gonna go in here and pick up... I don't even remember what we're gonna pick up here. Oh right, we're gonna send this second lever upstairs. Okay, cool. Who designed this place? This is the one thing I'm always wondering. Like, this was supposedly a cathedral at some point. And a cathedral is a place for worship usually. Like, who designed this place and thought, yeah, you know what our place of worship needs? Like a giant underground dungeon with a bunch of puzzles and some levers that you need to like walk over a river of lava to get to. Like, that would be rad, right? Like, who designed this place? I want to have words. What bullshit architect? Oh, nice. Chaos Eater leveled up. So this is gonna make us do more damage, which is neat. I'm always here for more damage. Alright. So here we have Bloodthirst. This sounds like a great enhancement because it says this heals more by stealing the life of adversaries during combat. And you're like, yeah, health steal, awesome! Especially if you play Darksiders 2 with a health steal scythe, you'll probably be going, oh yeah, awesome! The health steal on this thing is actually very negligible. It is so little, it is really not worth your trouble, and it pisses me off so much. If you want good health steal, you're gonna have to wait until you get Death's Blessing. Until you get the legendary enhancement, because this one is absolutely not doing it. It's completely lame, unfortunately. All the trouble that we go through to get it, and then it's just completely useless, basically. It just makes me sad. Now I kind of wish I had kept that chest from the jailer. Oh well. We'll live. Oh, that. Oh, seriously? Come here. Oh, come on. Thank you. Now, in case you're wondering, there's absolutely nothing over there. It looks like there should be something on the right side, but there is nothing there. So don't even bother trying to get over there. Oh, do bother trying to jump here so you don't end up in the lava like I do. Come on. Grab the stupid door, thank you, and oh god.
You are foolish to come here.
I hate this section so much. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I think I might actually have to go into stone skin for this because yikes. We have already lost a lot of health. And the next wave is going to be really bad, so yeah. Probably gonna use stone skin for the next wave, or else we're not gonna survive this. Yeesh. I think the next wave after this is going to be 2 of these plague bearers / abominations, so that's going to be such a pain. It's going to be either 2 plague bearers or 2 of those shield generals, not entirely sure. Let's see. Yeah, no. Oh shit, I do actually have to assign my skills first. I always forget that. I actually have to assign it.
Cleave the flesh from your bones.
Ooh, ow, that hurts so much. Oh, thank God we had stone skin on, because otherwise that would have been absolutely atrocious. Okay, one of these guys I can deal with. One of them is not so bad.
You are weak.
And there we go, we're out of wrath energy. Whew. Alright, well at least we got some conveniently placed chests. Now we just need to get back to the other side. Amazing. Did I mention how much I hate that this game does not have a jump backwards button combination? This is gonna be so much fun. There we go. Oh, thank God. Half the time that last jump ends up with me in the lava, so I am very glad that it worked correctly today. Because it is almost 10 o'clock already and I would really like to get to Tiamat today. So that we have a nice clean break for this stream. And now I think, yeah, this is the last time we're going to be down here. So now we can go and pick up that health chest, because we're not coming back down here anyways. And there's not going to be any more enemies for us to fight, so might as well pick it up while we're here. Alright, so that's the door to Tiamat. We're not going to go up there just yet. We're going to pick up a few things first that we could not pick up before. So first of all, we're going back up here. And now that we have the crossplate, we can actually get this guy. And this is the area we couldn't access before, so now we can pick up all of these wonderful chests. And a piece of our blood-forged abyssal armor. I think that brings us up to 2 or 3 of them. Ooh, and 1 entire raft core, I like it. What? Wait, 1 piece of abyssal armor? I already picked up 1 next to Samael. What? That can't be right. Did the game not register the one in the Scalding Gallow? Oh my god, I don't want to have to do that jump again. Please, no. Ow! Oh shit. Fuck you, stupid. I'm gonna do that just to be petty. You bite me, I bite you. As for question from Hydra, yes, I did pre-play a little bit, but not on this account. I did like practice round pre-play a bit on a different account. So on this account, I very definitely should have gotten that chest, that abyssal armor piece, because I remember we did that at the end of the last stream. It was one of the last things I did on that stream, and I specifically remember doing it because I did not want to end the game without having picked up that abyssal armor piece, because I know it's a pain and I wanted to get it out of the way first. So I don't want to have to do that again. Oh well, anyway, this should be the Horde Seeker, which will show us all the chests on the map, aka it will show us absolutely nothing because we've already gotten everything. Or we should have gotten everything by now, I should say. If it does show us something, then I missed something during our playthrough. Let's check. So, gonna start over here, right in the middle. Looks good. Yep, we got everything. Perfect. Very useful Horde Seeker. 10 out of 10 would recommend. As for question from the chat, how does the Watcher know what cookies are? Well, I would hope that the council gives them at least some kind of education, and I would hope that humans are not the only race in the universe that has cookies. That would be a very sad universe. And one more reason to be pissed at the demons, and, well, technically also the angels. They destroyed the only place with cookies. Monsters. Alright, now we get to my least favorite boss fight in the entire game. I hate this fight against Tiamat so much.
As the council reduce the horsemen to common assassins. Has Samael bought your loyalty? Because if you want a sail rider, perhaps we can strike a deal.
You won't like my terms.
Alright, R.I.P. Angelic Beast. You fought bravely, but in the end it wasn't enough.
This will not end well for you, horsemen.
Now, the reason I hate this fight is because your sword in this fight is about as useless as tits on a bat. And in the first part of the fight, this is the only way to hurt her. You need to chuck those bombs at her and then you light them on fire. But the problem is, she does not hover in the air like that for very long. So, more likely than not, you are going to get attacked by her over and over and over again.
Such
And
a pity.
it's, in my experience, just pure luck whether I have enough time to actually place those bombs and blow them up or not. Like, right now, not enough time. Good luck guessing whether this is one of those times when you have enough time or not. And then good luck trying to hit her with those bombs. Such a pain in the ass. And then the second part of the fight is just really, really tedious. So right now she's in a place where it should technically have had the time to attach a bomb, but she's already gone again. Ouch. Does that work? Yes. Oh. You have no idea how much health I lose in this part sometimes. It is ridiculous. Alright, now we get to the tedious part. Because for the most part you cannot damage her here, and if you get too close to her she will just completely shred you, so pretty much the only way to fight her here is to be using Salvation, or the Crossblade. I keep on calling it Salvation because that's what it was called in Darksiders 3. Which of course takes forever because the Crossblade is your weakest weapon. So this is just a lot of running around and very, very patiently hitting her with that thing, and after a while it's just going to get really frustrating. And I get that the game was trying to make us use the crossblade, the crossblade for fights, but really did it have to be a boss? And as for comments from the chat about Chaos Eater working, I have tried that before. I have tried to attack her with Chaos Eater and I just get completely shredded. Like, I can get 1 or 2 hits in and then she takes way too much of my health, so... Maybe you can dodge those attacks of her at some point, but not for me. So instead we're going the slow and tedious route. Which is the only way that has ever actually worked for me in this fight. Oh, get away from her, get away from her. Okay. Now we can actually get in and get some hits in, but only when she's like that. Pretty much the rest of the time it's just gonna be 3 hits and I'm dead. But yeah, I hate this fight for passion. Just goddamn bad. The good news about this game though is that unlike in Darksiders 2 you do have the Shadow Flight, so evading those shockwaves of her is a lot easier than it would be with Death, because it doesn't matter if your timing on your double jump is a little off, you can just hover in the air with the Shadow Flight for a bit. So it doesn't matter if you jump a little bit too early, you'll still be able to evade. As for comments from the chat, I actually found the Stygian a lot more enjoyable than this, even though the Stygian is also kind of tedious. But, I don't know, it just never felt as bad for me as this, probably because we have so little health at this point in the game that literally 3 hits from her or 4 hits from her, depending on your difficulty, can just outright kill you. Whereas by the time you fight the Stygian, you have a lot more health, you have Chaos Eater leveled up at least once or twice, so it's not as bad. And you can actually increase the damage of the of Redemption before you fight the Stygian, which I definitely recommend. That's one of the other upgrades we're going to get once we... Sorry, not Redemption, Mercy. Once we actually get Mercy, one of the first things we're going to do is upgrade the damage on that thing. So that when we get to the Stygian, we will actually be able to do some decent damage to him. Oh, there she goes. Stygian and the Ashworms are really just little sand noodles, like murderous sand noodles, but they are sand noodles. As for a question about achievement from leveling up all weapons, yes, you do get an achievement for that. And you have to be really careful about it if you are playing War Mastered, because switching between the normal scythe and Harvester will reset your scythe level. So when you start leveling up your scythe, stick with that scythe until you have the achievement. Unless you just want to play a constant game of cat and mouse with your achievement and your levels. So yeah, I think we got hit by her once or twice and it's taken off half of our health, which is not good. Do not want. And the thing for me with the weapons is I don't use the Tremor Gauntlet or the Scythe for fighting anyways, so usually I just wait with that achievement until I have reached the end of the game, and then I just buy Harvester with endgame souls and just level up Harvester and don't bother with the normal scythe. The normal scythe is basically just there to be a slot for enhancements. That's all. If you ever see me using the scythe in battle, it's by accident. And yes, there's a room in Silipha's lair where it's very easy to grind weapon levels, because the only thing that matters for weapon level is how many enemies you have defeated. Not how much damage you did, but how many enemies you have defeated. There we go, finally. Alright, there we go. We get a new healthstone, we get a heart.
Over here!
In case you are ever wondering, what is this weird 5th item slot down here, if you're at the end of the game and you're wondering like, huh, what the hell is this? It's the Heart of the Chosen, so you only get it temporarily. We're going to go back to Samael, and we're going to get that stupid Abyssal Armor piece, because I want to be done with it.
Tragic. Without your feathered friend, how will you escape this prison of rock?
I'll find a way.
You have certainly proven yourself resourceful. Perhaps I can provide a quicker way.
Speak plainly, demon.
Serpent holes, ancient paths that worm their way beneath the husk of this dead world and beyond. I use them to get about, and for a price, so can you.
What do you want, Bulgrim?
A trifle, really? The Chosen's heart. I felt its power the moment you stepped from that tower. You wound me, horseman. I would never come between you and your friend Samael. No, I only wish to look at the heart. One glance, and our bargain is sealed. Samael will be pleased. The serpent holes are yours, horseman. Seek me out when you wish to use them.
I love how in Darksiders 3 he promised Fury that she and her brothers would be allowed to use the serpent holes whenever, wherever, for free for the rest of all eternity. And the very first thing he does here is try to rope us into a deal and actually charge us for using the serpent holes. Like, I do hope that Fury finds out about this in the next game, or in whatever game they eventually team up in, and just kicks his ass. This slimy, smarmy bastard. Alright.
That have you? The Destroyer will not be pleased. You need Vulgrim more than ever, yes?
Yeah, I do unfortunately need your Volgrim.
Old Volgrim's got something new for you.
So this enhancement is pretty useless. We're not gonna buy that. We are going... Oh no, we can't actually. We are still 400 souls short of buying Stone Skin. Upgrade 3. Oh, I guess we're not buying anything from you then, Volgrim. Goodbye. And we're going back. I did not act... Okay, I am seriously confused. Why did it not even activate that serpent hole? I was there. I talked to Volgrim. I remember it because there was a raft chest and a soul chest and we did talk to him. What the hell? What the freaking hell, game? Ah, fine. So I guess we're gonna have to go back to the crossroads and then go from there. But I do wanna get that abyssal armor piece, and if the game didn't count those other chests, then I'm gonna get those other chests as well. And then we're going to talk to Samael, and then that's gonna be it for today. But first we're going to give Samael, our dearest, a heart for Valentine's Day. That's our gift, a chosen heart.
You've brought down Tiamat, have you?
And I guess since we're here, we might as well pick up another artifact, because there is an artifact that we can pick up now that we have Shadow Flight. I wasn't gonna come back to this place until like very late in the end game, but fuck it. Since we're here, we might as well get it. I love how we just pushed this guy out of the way. And I guess since we're here, we can also pick up this. Oh, come on. So that should be another abyssal armor piece, I think? Yes.
I trust that she suffered.
Not nearly enough.
Beautiful. The second guardian, the Griever, moves in tunnels beneath this place. But first there is an obstacle that must be removed. Ulthane, one of the old ones.
You didn't mention that before.
Changing the deal already, Samael.
Be silent, filth. My business is with the Horseman. Ulthane is no ally of the Destroyer. But you won't find the Griever without confronting the Black Hammer. And that will require strength you don't possess. Yet.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Samael?
Tell him, Watcher, how you stifle the Horseman's true power in order to keep him on the Council's leash. War. Destroy this parasite.
You so much as blink at me, and the Council will end you, both of you. I'm protected.
Not in here. You are War, rider of the Red Horse. Not some puppet on this pathetic creature's strings.
War, I will make you suffer.
Focus your anger. A great rage stirs within you, clawing to get out. You must release it, or a puppet. You are reborn.
What was that?
The horseman is broken, but there is still much power in him. For a moment I saw one who would stand alone against the Destroyer's army.
Okay, file that away under weird cutscenes that I guess were supposed to be epic, but didn't really end up looking all that epic. Like the one in Darksiders 2 where you first meet Absalom, which also looks really underwhelming.
Would you ask of this humble merchant?
And yeah, the game seriously did not recognize any of the... Holy shit. Okay.
Farewell, for now.
Let's hope I can... Yes. Oh my god. At least I did it on the first try this time. Thank you, game. Alright, let's go back up, and I guess it didn't register the Wrath shard we... Oops. I guess it didn't register the Wrath shard we picked up either, so... Gonna have to get that as well. We should be at 3 abyssal armor pieces right now. Yes, awesome. One more time. There we go. I just want to make sure I pick this shard up before we leave, because otherwise I'm just going to forget about it next week. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's see if I can finally buy my upgrade.
Old Vulcan's got something new for you.
Alright, and that's gonna be that for today.
Greetings.
So, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you had some fun. And I hope to see you guys again next Sunday, 8 p.m. Irish time. Gonna do another stream and hopefully manage to get to the Griever. Until then, have a good one, stay safe, and see you around. Bye bye.